Hey everybody, hopefully you are with me here. Before I start, I want to make sure that's the case. I would assume so. Shouldn't assume anything right now. Yes, we are live now. So, tight for 1 second. Just want to get our feet up and running. And people popping on here. So, all right, well, that was not fun. I'm going to wait for a few minutes before we get going on anything because there's only a couple people in here. So I'll give it a minute. But my apologies as I start to see some of the people rolling in. Technical difficulties is putting it mildly. We did not test out our systems near as much as we should have, and apparently our first video chat is going to be with Jim Spence next week. So we will be back with Jim Beckett, but unfortunately, the intent was to record. Well, I had my conversation with him, and I had a nice conversation with Jim for about 20 minutes, but it's going to happen again because, unfortunately, everything crashed right at the end after I was done with him and trying to save everything. So my apologies. I was very disappointed in what happened here, but please say something if you're on, by the way. I want to make sure that I've got the chat working here. A little bit of a delay, so I'm just waiting to make sure that people are able to. Oh, there we go. Thank you. I appreciate that. Jim said he would be happy to join us again, so I'm not worried about that, and we will definitely have him back here. I'm frozen now. Okay, wonderful. Man, I don't know what's going on here. Anybody else, same situation? Hello to all that are joining me. Is it Jake? That's you, right? Baseball Card Chronicle. Good on your end. Okay. Well, hopefully good on everybody's end. I'm not. Let me see if I can pop this up here. Almost think I should have started again, but video is frozen. That's what it looks like for me too. So I'm gonna. Oh yeah, well, that moves. Corey, we're gonna be breaking that 2011 Topps, and that is a blaster box. Oh, it's obvious it is. And that it's gonna be $70 a spot, 10 spots. I'm gonna put that up tomorrow. Yeah, other than my camera right here is not, but it doesn't matter. The one that's on me doesn't matter. But again, if you missed it, my interview with Jim Beckett was, we were having some issues. I was trying to connect to Facebook. I figured I'd just go record it. The recording crashed, so pretty much everything that could happen did happen. Bad anyway. So our first session is going to be with Jim Spence of JSA Authentication next week, Wednesday, and we will be putting that up. You know, we'll be testing plenty of times. So if we flash on that we're live, and you'll see myself and my consultant Brett testing things. That's why. So. I see a question here regarding a 1950 Bowman Campanella graded by PGS. I would say that you would need to get that probably regraded. There are several grading companies that have that are not really what I call legit. Really, if it's not graded by Beckett or PSA or SGC, there was I guess there's a couple of different ones. There's a Canadian one, KSA, that I think is legit. If it's at least authentic, I think they're actually tougher on the grading, though I could be wrong. And then SCD had a grading company for about a minute, I guess. It's probably a year or two, but that was a long time ago. So if you have anything that's graded by any of the others, I would probably get that regraded. BCCG is part of Beckett, so that would count, though I wouldn't put too much merit in the grade itself. So I'm going to change things around a little bit here. Boy, that was a little disappointing, but right back to it. All right, so we've got, just to go over a few things, we have our football break up on our site right now. We have several other breaks that are going to be popping up. Our TriStar Platinum Baseball break will be up next week as well. Tomorrow as well. Should have a basketball break we're announcing tomorrow. And other than that, not a ton going on. Feels like a lot on this end, but anything else people want to chat about at all? Jim was his cordial self as usual, wonderful guy, and we will definitely have him back here, or here, not back here. Back here would imply he was here before, but. So for tonight, any other stuff that people want to talk about? We got the draft coming up tomorrow. Looking forward to that. That's going to be great. Little piece of sports back in our lives. Any predictions? I heard something about the Dolphins thinking that they're going to go with Tua instead. Any other thoughts out there? I'm going to hang here and let it catch up a little. There's quite a delay. I probably should have kicked off instead of starting up the stream that we were doing before. It's probably why it was an issue. The $55 box is Clear Cut Hockey, and it's an 18-19 product, so Pedersen rookies. I believe you're looking for the rookie tribute auto cards, and I believe it's one auto per box. I can verify that, but if I don't answer your question for a bit, it's because there is a bit of a delay. I think I see your messages fairly quick. I don't think you hear my answers very quick, though. I should have kicked back off instead of restarting, started fresh. Lots of cool stuff going for tomorrow for singles night. We tried to promote it today. That was funny. Tried to promote it, and Facebook wouldn't allow it. They said they didn't allow dating services. We were promoting singles night, and they felt that was inappropriate. So, yeah, it's one hard signed autograph per box on the Clear Cut. Acetate versions of the 18-19 Series 1 and 2, Clear Cut rookie tributes, canvas signatures. So if the Lions trade back, is that going to be put them out of the first round? Or the top 15 anyway? Yeah, well, it wasn't the first time I had heard Nick either on that. You know, it's unfortunate because the bots that are making sure that nothing's going bad on Facebook are going to catch that. Got to be careful the way you phrase things, I guess. Not that it sounds horrible, but it ain't. That's not what it is. So not a lot of chatter going on. You know, I'm more than happy to hang out, and if anybody needs any personals done here, I'd be glad to rip a box. Otherwise, you know, we'll plan on the festivities tomorrow. Very disappointed, and again, my apologies on the issue, the technical issues we had this evening. But Jim has been said he was more than happy to come back on, you know, and do another interview with us, and we will be we'll have all the bugs worked out by next week for that. So yeah, little growing pains tonight, unfortunately. Yeah, well, you know, that's we'll keep it to sports cards only, if that's all right. I don't know, maybe might be a more lucrative field to get into, the dating apps, you know. But that's not. I was thinking about it, but it's really not what we do. All right, guys, I think I'm going to tune it off tonight. If anybody wants anything, needs any personals, I'll be here for a while. Feel free to direct message me. I will be around and can go live at any time. So other than that, I think I'm going to say goodnight and look forward to tomorrow and all the cool stuff we got for singles night. And other announcements as well. All right, thanks a lot. I would be glad to do that, Travis. Just giving a little bit of time here, so all right, we'll kill a few minutes and I'll wait till that pops in. You know, I think I'm going to shut down and then open back up here in a minute. So as soon as you hear this, I'm gonna give it a few seconds till the text that I'm talking. I get to see all my text, but I get to see it on the delay. So as soon as you see this or hear this, I'm going to turn off, and then I'll be back on in a few minutes. I see okay, so we're good. I'll watch for that too, Travis. Thank you.